Are you looking for a simple yet effective way to overcome your challenges? And what if you could create inner peace just by embracing those challenges? I'm Kathleen Rafter. I help people to become calm, clear, and confident so they can develop vibrant lives of inner peace. I'm a spiritual life coach and teacher and an EFT practitioner. So, one way that I've found to go through and overcome those challenges is to leverage the law of polarity. Now, the law of polarity says that there's only one energy in the universe, but it has two sides. For every aspect of that energy, there are two opposite sides. I kind of think of it as being like a coin, where the coin is the energy, the one energy in the universe, but the heads and the tails of each coin is what we do. We just have opposites. So if you think of there's yin and there's yang, there's cold and there's hot, there's in and there's out. These are just aspects of that one energy. And what I have learned is to go through and leverage that law of polarity in a very pleasant, easy way. And this has been through using holistic release that I've learned from Hale Dwoskin of the Sedona Method. And with the holistic release, what happens is that you go through and you look at whatever challenge you have, and you state that, and then you state just the opposite of what that is. So say for yin is the opposite of yang, cold is the opposite of hot, and so on. So you can go through and just by, if you think of one as being negative and one as being positive, and you put those two together, then they're going to dissolve each other. So you'll be at a 0 point, which will give you peace, internal balance. And if you need to take action with the situation, with the challenge you're trying to overcome, then you're going to be able to access your intuition so that you can take the proper action. So it's just an amazing process. And depending on the situation, you may have to go back and forth more often for something that's very complex versus something that's very simple. So let's take an example. I was feeling tired earlier today. The weather's been kind of rainy and it's been humid. And I was telling myself, I was thinking, I am feeling tired. And then I just changed that around to, I'm feeling energetic. And I just went back and forth. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling energetic. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling energetic. And I kept going back and forth. And what happened was that those two dissolved each other. It's just like a soap bubble. You know, these challenges are just, they're paper, they're soap, and we can go through and dissolve them right away. So let's go over some areas of life that, the 4 areas of life. So let's say that you might have a challenge with business. You have a goal for business or in your job, and you're looking to reach a certain goal. And maybe you're thinking, I'm not going to reach that goal. So go through and rewrite that, just the opposite of that, the polar opposite. And I am going to reach my goal, or I am reaching my goal. So I'm not going to reach my goal by the end of the year. I am going to reach my goal by the end of the year. I'm not going to reach my goal by the end of the year. I am going to reach my goal by the end of the year. Go back and forth, and you may have to do this several times until you're actually going to feel an opening within you. Just like I did with, I'm feeling tired, I'm wide awake. You're going to feel that opening within you, and that is a sign. Be aware of the sign that that's happening. Be aware of things happening around you that are indicating that there's a change in your situation. And you can use a journal for that. You can just write down things that you see that are changing. So let's take relationships. And these could be personal relationships, intimate relationships, work relationships. But let's say that you cannot accept somebody else's behavior. You're finding it very hard. So you could tell yourself, I can't accept their behavior. And perhaps the polar opposite would be, I can't accept their behavior, or I am accepting their behavior. I can't accept their behavior. I am accepting their behavior. I can't accept their behavior. I am accepting their behavior. You go through and you do that. You notice the opening happening within you. And if this is something that you deal with in your personal life, you are going to see a change in the relationship, because there's going to be a change within you, and then they are going to react to that change within you. How about health? You might tell yourself, oh, I can never get a good night's sleep. I never sleep well. So you just change that to, I always get a good night's sleep. I can never sleep well. I always get enough. I always get a good night's sleep. I can never get enough sleep. I'm always getting enough sleep. So you can see that. And of course, if there's something going on health-wise, please have that addressed. Don't use this as a substitute for proper health care. But let's say that I have a lot of people coming to me in my practice who tell me, I just can't meditate. I can't quiet my mind. I can't quiet my mind. I am quieting my mind whenever I need to. I can't quiet my mind. I am quieting my mind whenever I want to. Going back and forth. And another favorite I think that would apply to everybody is, nothing ever goes my way, versus everything always goes my way. Nothing ever goes my way. Everything always goes my way. So just to recap, we've been talking about how an easy and effortless way to overcome challenges. And it's going through and leveraging the law of polarity, using holistic release that I've learned about through the Sedona Method via Hale Dwoskin. And it's just a very simple thing, and it can be used for anything. Well, first of all, the law of polarity always shows us that everything has an opposite. So if you find that you're having a challenge, state that challenge and then find the opposite. Just go through and formulate an opposite sentence, just as nothing ever goes my way, everything always goes my way. And you go through and do that and just work it back and forth. And what's going to happen is that the negative and the positive are going to come together, and they're going to dissolve each other just like a soap bubble, or just like a paper tiger. And it will leave you feeling openness, inner peace, and balanced. And if you need to take action, if it's something like reaching a business goal by the end of the year and you need to take action, or working on a relationship, then you'll be led to, your intuition will lead you to take the right action so that you're going to realize the goal that you have. And this is just a lot of fun. It's not something that's difficult at all, and it is a very joyful thing to do. So go through and experiment with this and all the different areas of life. And if you like this information that's here, I'm sure you'll love the free ebook that I've written, 5 Steps to Create Inner Peace and Calm Your Soul, even if nothing else has ever worked before. So you'll find the link for that right below this video. So go through and practice the holistic release. And remember, you can use it for anything. Just formulate the challenge that you're having, and then formulate the opposite, and then just work it back and forth. You can do it with eyes open, eyes closed, doesn't matter. And also try the steps in the ebook. Let me know how it's going for you with the ebook and with the steps here. You can leave a comment below, or you can leave a comment or If you have a question, you can contact me at Kathy@kathleenrafter.com. I'd love to hear from you, and I'll see you next week.